so that's always good.
And we love having them here.
Absolutely.
Because they do some wonderful things for our country. So I mentioned, somebody asked about Camp Duffy. So the current residents of Camp Duffy should have received a confirmation request from me recently by email. So if you've received the email and haven't responded, there is a deadline associated with that email. We will start looking at those that have been nominated for a space. So if you are a current Camp Duffy resident, please get your confirmation email back to me as soon as possible.
Very good. So we're going to move back to the map. I've got a couple of things I was just thinking about that I want to update people on. But also, we didn't talk about this earlier, our ticket sales for this year. Again, I think we talked about it last time, but we're still outpacing by quite a bit where we were this time last year. And what's interesting is, 927, obviously Saturday sells out super quick because everybody wants that ticket. But our general admission this year, we're up. It's just as far as selling general admission tickets, we're up 30% over where we were this time last year. So that means single day and also our adult weeklies. We are way up this year. So hopefully that's a good sign.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff gets me excited, but I think there's a lot of, and I'm very happy to say that there's a lot of anticipation for our 51st this year. So that's exciting to share. Hopefully that pace keeps up. Which it looks like I look at it every single day.
Yeah.
Probably 20 times a day because I have a sickness. Yes, I'm OCD, but I like numbers, so I like watching it. So.
Well, on that note, I had a very interesting phone call from a lady who was having a ticket issue last week. Who lived in Lake Havasu, Arizona. She had not been to Sun and Fun. I think she was here 22 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And she was coming back. And she was trying to buy 927 and all of that, and her credit card wouldn't work. And we worked with her. I had to bring Brandon into it and everything, but we got her tickets. I called her back to make sure she'd received everything, and she was thrilled. She says she just can't wait to be here. So that kind of stuff
talking about
is,
customer service, that leads me to the pickle. Right? Hopefully everybody remembers the pickle from last year. That's still our mantra.
Absolutely.
Just give them the pickle, and I appreciate the customer service. Because that is the way we work to do it here. We're not perfect. We put in perfect effort, but I appreciate that.
Well,
and I actually saw that because I see, anyway, long story short, I see all expenses and what's going in and coming out. And I saw that we had purchased a 927 ticket for someone, and then they wrote us a check back or however that worked.
Well,
or we refunded. She sent the check, but we paid for the ticket anyway. But I like it. Great teamwork. I appreciate the effort.
The thing that I enjoy about it, and I don't get to do enough of it, is talking to our guests, because people come to Sun and Fun. They're great people.
Oh, yeah.
And you just get a little bit on the phone with them. It just makes your day.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes.
Anyway.
Hey, we're going to go to the map real quick. Just talk about two things on the site real quick. We were talking about over the break about Future and Fly Plaza. We'll get to that here in a minute. But I did want to talk about photo preferred seating. I don't know if we talked about this last time, but I know Ronnie Stiltner, he is here with us actually in the studio.
He's back in the back corner.
Yeah, he's back over there. He is our chairman for the photo preferred seating area. So for the last several years, it has been co-located with preferred seating. So we are separating that out because that area gets quite busy, especially on the weekends. And having the bleacher over there gets kind of busy and difficult to manage all of that. But if you can see my hand here, we're going to move it back to where it was back in 2023 on the far east side of the Warbird ramp. It's a small footprint, basically about the size of my hand is what's going to be there. But photo preferred seating will move back there, so there'll be a set of bleachers there for them.
Some lockers.
There will be lockers. There will be actually a scissor lift for our volunteers and also the guests there to use. So my photo volunteers, you're getting a scissor lift over there, and maybe even another one we'll talk about later. But they'll have the photo preferred seating will be in this area, so we're looking forward to bringing that back. And I know our people our guests that are looking to populate that area are going to be happy too, because it's much better angles for them taking pictures of aircraft and whatnot. So that is
something we do need to talk about. That area that I have an outstanding email that I need to return, is someone's asking if we're allowing children in the photo preferred, and I talked with Ronnie about it a little bit today, but something we need to talk about, so I'm going to answer that email.
Okay, but that's up to Ronnie and you, so you guys figure that out.
Okay, Ronnie, did you hear that?
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna zoom in. For whatever reason, it just switched to a different picture, so I'm gonna skip it. I was gonna talk about Future in Flight Plaza, but that is not, this is from several years ago.
We're making some moves in Future and Flight Plaza. Some of the stuff that was in it last year is still there, but we're just moving it around. We need to go to break.
Oh, we're going to break. And by the way, I'll bring my aerial back and we'll go back to Future in Flight Plaza.
Yes.
So we'll be right back.
Here we go. The opening day concert event returns to Sun and Fun. Get ready for Tyler Hubbard of Florida Georgia Line featuring Uncle Cracker. Turn up the fun with 51. Tuesday night, April 1st with Tyler Hubbard of Florida Georgia Line featuring Uncle Cracker at Sun and Fun.
Meet Norm. He lives with anxiety, but with the help of this latest innovation from Be Normal, he can be normal, just like everyone else. With the swipe of a finger, you can project happiness, confidence, machismo. Why settle for being real when you can be normal? The Normal Maker. New from Be Normal. This item doesn't really work because there's no such thing as normal. We're all different. What we like, how our brains work. In fact, 1 in 5 of us live with mental illness. Don't filter who you are. Start by talking to someone you trust. And remember, there is no normal.
Hi, I'm Leland Melvin, and I traveled to space twice as a NASA astronaut. Space technologies help protect our precious Earth. Space helps us monitor changes in carbon emissions, track the pace of climate change. It even helps us fight natural disasters. Make sure that you get out to your local science museum or go to spaceforall.us to explore and learn about space and science. Space is for all.
All right, we're back.
Okay.
I think this is our last segment, so we're going to...
Okay, we'll have to talk fast because we got lots of stuff to cover. No.
Hey, but we're going to go back to the map real quick. We're going to talk about Future in Flight Plaza. So when we pull up the map here. All right, so you can see my hand here. So this is the Lakeland Aero Club right here. This is for my... I believe we have someone watching us, Boeing 727 lover. This is our 727 right here just for you, so if you can see that. But this is our Future in Flight Plaza. So we stood this area up last year. This was the old Southeast exhibits, but it's now Future in Flight Plaza. So just to point out, this is last year, the location of the career fair, our Junior Aces tent for our young folks. We had the Innovation Showcase back here, Flight Sim Experience here. International tent, International Oasis, and our Family Oasis right here.
And the Future in Flight Forums was there as
Future
well.
in Flight Forums is right here, and then a bunch of other exhibitors in here. So this year, we are going to take the career fair, which is great. Obviously, we're going to have the career fair. It's going to be here all 6 days. We've got great partners with JS Firm. We're filling up this tent with people looking to hire folks, but we're going to take the tent and we're going to move it.
The tent's even going to be a little bit bigger.
Yes, it's actually going to be bigger.
Jane just keeps requiring more and more space.
But we're going to take the tent and we're going to move it north. And we're going to move it up into this area for this year because it is a giant tent and it blocks and covers up all these other exhibitors behind, and people think there's nothing else behind there. So we're going to take the career fair and move it up to the north, so it'll be up in this area. We're going to take Innovation Showcase right here, and we're going to bring it over here as well. The Forums tent will be there. Junior Aces will stay where it is, but it will open up this area for a lot of the exhibitors. This area is completely full already,
right,
with all of our exhibitors and people planning to be there.
So what's going on in Bueller?
Oh, great. Thank you,
You're
Laura.
welcome.
So our Flight Sim Experience, which was right here last year, is actually going to move into Bueller Restoration Center for this year. So it's great facility, obviously. It's
More
air conditioned,
secure, more
the security,
secure.
because the flight sim experience was just overwhelmed with people, which is great, and that's what we want, but a lot of expensive equipment, so we're going to move it to the Beulah Restoration Center, so there'll be plenty of signage to guide our guests to the Beulah Restoration Center, but it's going to move over to that area, and then it just opens up the our Future Flight Plaza for more exhibitors, again, which is full, so
Right.
we're excited about that. But I just want everybody to know Career Fair will be here, and it's going to move to the north side of Future and Flight Plaza, and also in Future and Flight Plaza on Wednesday and Saturday, we are actually having a hiring event sponsored by Envoy. And I think it starts at 5 p.m. on those 2 days, and they're going to be interviewing people for jobs
Actual jobs.
on site. So I know we put out some stuff on social media about that. So if you know any folks looking
And
for
those
jobs,
are maintainer jobs, right?
yes, those are for mechanics. Those are for maintainer jobs, absolutely. So Wednesday and Saturday at 5 p.m. in Future and Flight Plaza in the Forums tent. So
Yes.
that's the location. So look for that and let people know that are looking out there for a job. Be here Wednesday and Saturday.
Yes. So we received a little bit of disappointing news this last week. We received confirmation that our large contingent of British cadets won't be joining us for 2025. However, some of their leadership and a few I guess past cadets will be attending on their own this year, and so we will have a little bit of help from our cadets. But they've promised, they absolutely promised they'll be back for 2026. So we certainly hope that will happen, and we will certainly miss them this year.
We will very much miss them. They bring a lot of energy,
And a lot of help,
a lot of help and a lot of
assistance,
energy.
so.
We love those young folks, but we look forward to welcoming everybody back in 2026.
Absolutely.
So we'll go to some questions.
Okay, so somebody's asking me about approval for equipment, golf carts and equipment requests. So of course it depends on when they're submitted and then when I have time to sit down and actually approve them. So that process will start actually very, very soon. So the earlier that you can get your equipment in and I have an opportunity to look at it, is better. The equipment deadline, since somebody brought it up, is actually February the 15th. So your equipment deadline, not necessarily your golf cart deadline, but I would like to have that as pretty close to that, is February the 15th. So get busy. If you haven't got your equipment list done, make sure you go to the front page of the chairman website and click the little button that tells me you're ready for me to review it.
Very good.
Okay?
We got another question there. Yes, it says, did we get Navy musicians? We do not have Navy musicians, but if you meant the Air Force Band of the West, they will be here with us. So the Air Force
Great.
Band of the West will be here performing all over the site during the week, so that's going to be fun. When I was up at AirVenture last year, they were there. They do a phenomenal job, and I know people will have a good time with that. So lots of cool stuff, good stuff.
Yeah, it is good stuff, absolutely. So, Chairman Awards. If you have someone that you would like to nominate for a Chairman Award, that deadline is March the 1st. You'll need to go to the volunteer section of the website and click on the volunteer access page, and there is a link there for the Chairman Awards. So please, if you want to nominate someone, please do so before March 1st. We'll start reviewing those nominations at that time.
Very good. Another question, I think it's from my friend Boeing 727 lover, asking if the F-15 is coming to Sun and Fun. I will tell you we are making a valiant effort. We don't have any confirmation on F-15 yet, but I did specifically ask to get an F-15 static this year. So I know the team's working on that, but we don't have any confirmation on that yet.
Oh, goodness, okay. Reading the questions. Okay, so we've gone over the chairman meetings. Daily schedule. Some of our chairmen get notified by me to add or put their schedules on the daily schedule. Our workshops, forums is a continuous thing, but our workshops, Light Plane has a forum schedule. If you have any activities and you receive an email from me, now is the time to start getting those updates done. Our guests are looking at our daily schedule. They want to plan their trip, so please help us get that schedule as robust as possible. If you don't get an email from me regarding the daily update, if you have something that needs to be added to the schedule, please send me an email and I will check to make sure that it's not already on the schedule, or apply whatever updates that need to be made, or I will add it to the schedule if it's something that we feel like the guests would be interested in. The schedule is for you guys as well, but it's primarily for our guests to schedule their event with us, so their visit. So please help us get the daily schedule up and as robust as it can be.
And Laura, how do I sign up to be a volunteer?
Well, that same section of the website, that volunteer section that I was talking about, if you click on it, you can actually do a number of things. The volunteer is in the menu up at the very top of our website, and the first page that you land on, you can sign up to be a fly-in volunteer. You can sign up to be an early bird volunteer, which we need those too.
Yep.
And if you live local, you can sign up to be a yearly bird volunteer. We're always looking to build all of those workforces. Our fly-in, of course, for the fly-in event itself. Our early bird family, Angela's done a terrific job this year. We've got more new early birds this year than I've seen in a long time, and they're all very friendly and very nice. The ones that I've met, we have a new lady in our volunteer kitchen making some great lunches. So there's a lot of different ways and a lot of different ways to participate here at Sun and Fun. We have activities here all year round. We have volunteers that helped us with Pig Fest this last weekend. We set out a welcome tent there and gave information out on Sun and Fun.
And also our volunteers, raiders are picking up all the trash.
Yeah, so
there's
a lot of different ways to volunteer here. There's a lot of different ways that you can sign up and be a part of it. It's a fun place to be. So
absolutely
encourage you to sign up.
Do we have any more questions or anything? Well, I think we're gonna wrap up. If you have anything else, do you have anything more?
Are we that close?
Yeah,
oh my
I think
gosh.
we have like less than 3 minutes is where we're at right now.
Okay. Well, we want everyone to come to the event and have a great time. Be safe. And if you're not a chairman, we want you to stay in touch with your chairman. If there's any issues, we're going to try to get the volunteer handbook for the fly-in out earlier. Laura Lightholder, one of my right arms, has been working diligently for me to get it updated. And as I mentioned that, if you've got something that you feel needs to be added to the volunteer handbook that we've missed, please let us know. We'll consider it because that's your book. That's your piece of information to help you get through the week. So please let us know if we can make any additions for you in the volunteer handbook.
Yeah, and also, we do ask too, everybody's super busy right now. But if you send emails or whatnot, we don't answer, reach out to us on social media. We're all watching all of our various platforms. So trust me, we want to communicate. We want to get information out to y'all. But sometimes, trust me, people send emails and it just gets pushed down when there's 200 in a day.
Yeah.
And it gets lost in the sauce sometimes.
And Gene always walks in the office and goes, "Did you see this?"
Yes, and trust me,
go,
it'll be 10 o'clock at night, and I'll see something on social media. I'll take a screenshot and I send it to Laura because I know she's still up.
Yes,
so,
I am.
And she'll answer me most of the time.
Most of the time.
Actually, every single time.
Yes.
So anyway, we try our best. So
We do.
Be patient with us sometimes. So.
Yeah, changes aren't always easy. We hope this year goes smoothly, but be patient, and hopefully, if you've got a question, we'll answer it correctly.
Yes, there you go. We try awfully hard to do that right too.
Yes,
Sometimes I
absolutely.
get it wrong, so I apologize for that. But hey, appreciate y'all. Love you. Thanks for everything you do for us. We'll see a lot of you on February 1st, Saturday morning. 10 a.m. at
Yeah.
Central Florida Aerospace Academy.
And we may be Zooming the meeting.
Oh,
so
very
that
good.
might be an opportunity. If I can get it pulled together, I will be putting that information out there as well.
Yep. So
Okay.
lots of great information to come. We love you guys. Keep the planning and the hard work going, and we look forward to seeing you April 1st, if not sooner. Turn up the fun at 51.